you remember, girl? On the phone, you and me. Till dawn, till 3. Oh, what about us, girl? Do you? That's how this hat got me feeling. I'm feeling very Cleopatra. I'm feeling very remember the times. I feel like, cause I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, and I'm black. That's how I feel, and I'm loving it. Welcome to PYNK Talk. Now, today, I spoke about on my TikTok, account about Ari Lennox and Martin. And it's been really bothering me because some of the comments on the video, it's like people of course are defending Ari Lennox because I did have something very harsh to say. But I'm going to double down on it here and go into more details and basically elaborate on what I'm truly saying. Now, if you've been under a rock, Ari Lennox recently basically was home and dissecting the show Martin. She was saying that Pam received a lot of the brunt throughout the show, basically because of her skin tone, and it was a lot of colorism on Martin because of the kind of jokes that they would do. Now, being that I grew up with watching Martin, my parents had the DVDs, okay? So that means I was watching season 1 through even the season we don't even acknowledge, which was just the last one for real. I watched every single episode over and over and over and over and over and over and over again till nauseum, and I laugh at it the same way as if I first saw it for the very first time. Now, when I heard Ari Lennox say this, it honestly pissed me off because of several points, and I'm going to get into the first one. The first one is, when are we going to get to the point, especially in social media, where some of y'all points don't really matter because it doesn't apply? Now, let me further explain what I mean. Sometimes you can just be fucking wrong. And I feel like when Ari Lennox came out and said this, it was such a wrong thing to say because technically, when you are looking at the show Martin, everyone is getting smoke on the show. Everybody is a subject of fire, meaning Gina, Cole, Martin Mama, what's his name was on the 5th floor? I forgot his name on the 5th floor. Otis, Shanae, every character, even when Yo-Yo was on there, every character on Martin, it was a toss around of jokes. Ari Lennox is wrong. Like, it's not a colorist show where they just targeted Pam. Now, Pam did get some particular jokes, but Martin also received some particular jokes from Pam. Everyone received particular jokes from each other that is relevant to how they look, relevant to how they act, or whatever, or what they're similar to, whatever. But I can honestly say they never referenced to Pam's skin tone. With Ari Lennox saying this, it was so inflammatory to me because you're setting a tone of now all of a sudden, 20-something years later, 25 years later, over 25 years later, that Martin created a show where it was all about hating black women. Basically, that's what I heard, Ari Lennox, from you saying that. And it's just so sad because why are you being so woke about this comedy show? And it leads me to another point, back to what I was saying. You're just fucking wrong. Martin is not about that. That show is not about that. And I'm sorry that you're probably so unhappy within yourself and so upset within yourself that you're looking at a comedy show and you're like, oh, what it is to be a black woman. Like, girl, if you don't get a fucking grip, girl, first of all, and I'm gonna say it, Pam was the flyest woman on the show. That's number one. She had the best clothes, best outfits, best drip. Like, Pam was doing her thing, okay? And that's the thing. Your experience of watching Martin of that is so sad, because what I saw was successful friends, whatever Cole was doing and whatever job Tommy was doing, whatever Tommy was doing, they were successful and they loved each other and they had community and they had each other's backs. And they were in the hood and they were still making it, and they were young in the hood and black and unapologetically black and colorful people that weren't afraid to speak their mind, confident moving in the world, whether they were right or wrong. And the fact that you experienced that, Martin said called Pam a donkey. Did you see her booty? Like, did you see her booty? Like, that's what I'm saying. Are you really watching the show? Like, are you really experiencing the black experience, Ari Lennox? It's like, people that think like Ari Lennox, to me, are so dangerous, because you're also at the same time disparaging a Fox show that made history and made Fox what it is today. As a black man, Martin Lawrence can literally say that with his whole chest. His show made Fox is what it is today. And whatever other networks that I'm not, like, off the whim thinking of right now. But it's just so, like, social media really be warping people's brains into thinking this point is right. This is what it is. Because I'm really getting tired of us digging into stuff from 25 years ago and shitting on it. That's what you did, Ari Lennox. You took something that's historic, that made people feel good, that made generations beyond it feel good, and you're shitting on it. And as a black woman, shitting on our history, that it was groundbreaking, doesn't make sense to me. And this is another point that I want to get to, because in the comments, people are like, oh, but, like, you know, this is the problem with black women. Sometimes we're not unified when we need to be. That's okay. You want to know why? Because sometimes a motherfucker just be overreacting. Sometimes y'all overreact on social media. Now take y'all bored asses with y'all phones, y'all fucking tip type with your fucking thumbs, and y'all put some bullshit out there. Mind you, I am very guilty of doing the same thing. Very guilty of doing the same thing, but I am aware that I could be doing it or am doing it. Now, Ari Lennox triggered, from what I've seen in the comments and the quotes and stuff like that, from what I've seen, triggered black women who clearly, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry to say this, but it's the truth and you need to hear it. I'm not sure if you love your true tried experience of being a black woman. Now, what I will give Ari Lennox this. She's been famous for quite some time. She's been in the industry for quite some time. And let's not act like, you know, colorism doesn't exist in the industry. But at the same time, I do feel like it is what you make it. Because we have the beautiful Tika Sumter. We have the beautiful Kelly Price and Jasmine Sullivans and Kelly Rowlands. Like, we have the beautiful chocolate women, darker women that are able to represent us in all shades, that we all do come beyond what they always want to depict and show online, such as Beyonce, Rihanna, Tinashe, and so on and so forth. We have, you know, Sierra. We have different shades of different black women. And I feel like all dark-skinned women, especially over time, have been put up on a pedestal where we're able to really take pride in our skin. What I'm saying with that is, you have to really, when you're digesting something, you have to decipher what applies in terms of whether it deserves my energy and what doesn't. Because Ari Lennox, that says a lot to me, that she's at home watching Martin and would get the saddest feelings of a black woman is being deprecated on national syndicated television. Like, that's her experience of watching Martin, and it says a lot. It says, and what I believe in, that love starts at home. Love starts within you. So the fact that you can, and you said it like it was gospel, like it was just like that's what it is. No, that's not what it is, love. That's not what it is. And I'm sorry that that's your experience as a dark-skinned woman, but my experience as a dark-skinned woman, and what I even seen a lot of women, dark-skinned women as well, black women period, in the comments, what the fuck are you talking about, girl? I love my skin tone. So no joke on Martin has ever offended me, because for one, it wasn't colorist, and for two, I'm not looking to be that insecure about my skin tone in the world. Like, but when it comes to your skin tone, when it comes to your looks and how you feel, no show, no music video, no song, no artist is ever going to influence me about how I look in my skin tone. And I feel like that's really, that says so much about how people are sitting home and feeling about how they look. Now, I'm not saying I'm some bathing beauty and I'm just so perfect, and no, it's just from a young age, let me tell you something. I'm from Miami, Florida, okay? I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm from Dade County, to be exact. And I'll be honest with you, it's not that it's a colorist place. It's just people, we go very far when it comes to like ranking. Like in terms of like, if you black as hell, you finna get called black as fuck. Like you just finna be called, somebody gonna call you crispity, crunchity, crackety. Like somebody's gonna say that to you. If you are very light skinned, somebody's gonna call you, oh, yo, light bright ass, high yellow ass. Like somebody's gonna say these things to you. Like they're gonna say it. It's just what it is. If you are skinny, you skinny as fuck. You look like the Applejack man. Like people say all type of stuff to you. And if you're big, like how I grew up big, which I grew up 9 pounds and whatever ounces. I was a fat ass baby, but I always been big. So in Miami, the term is pepper. Oh, you a pepper, like, you know what I mean? Like that's the term. So I grew up in a very harsh environment in terms of like, if you got something about you, somebody's gonna say it when they ranking you. Like that's just the culture, you know what I'm saying? And I'm about to follow me real quick, cause y'all gonna know where I'm coming from with this. It's just the culture. It's like you're gonna hear things about yourself. Like you're just gonna hear it. The black experience is what, y'all? Cracking on each other. Like, so being that I grew up like that, you know, I experienced things so like differently in terms of, I don't give a fuck what you saying about my looks, bitch. You can't deter me from how I look. Cause then I have a quick comeback for how the fuck you look. I've been telling myself since I was a kid, I'm beautiful. I have my father telling me I'm beautiful. I have my mother telling me I'm beautiful. I have this ingrained in me to be confident and to love myself. And this is the thing. Some people I can acknowledge have not grown up like that. And I feel for you. I really, really feel for you. But if you are browsing the internet for your like mental health, you have to operate in self-love. If you are consuming entertainment for the health of you, have some self-love, because you'll be sitting home fine as all fuck. You had a couple of hit songs. You signed to Dreamville. And you're receiving the show Martin like if it's a colorist attack on black women. It's just so sad that she missed the whole point of the show. Like she missed the whole premise. That's the black experience. Everybody cracking on each other. Where I'm from, and that's the experience of being black for me. Like, it just really saddened me because there are women like riding with Ari Lennox on that. And I'm just like, black women, when are we ever going to get to a point where it's like some things are just like, shut up? Sometimes black women just have to shut up. Sometimes. Let me tell you why sometimes we just got to shut up. Because sometimes we're just saying shit just for the fuck of saying shit. And this is one of those moments because it's like, it's such a deep ingrained sick thing about self-love with people and being happy in the skin that you're in. I don't care what's betrayed in front of me. I never cared about it because I always loved my skin. I'm aware that I'm a beautiful black woman and I'm aware of who I am. So certain things are not going to bother me from the outside where I'm just like, oh my gosh, so affected by this person. Because then I'm angry for y'all because what have you been told your whole life about how you look or your skin tone or what you bring to the table as a black woman? But at the same time, that's what growing up is. You got to find that you got to do things for you that where you're not going to be tearing things down. Like Ari Lennox don't even realize in that moment when she was looking to be ugly, she was tearing down a black man. So that's what I mean by like sometimes black women gotta shut the fuck up. Sometimes we have to shut the fuck up. Let me tell you why too. Because if she was shutting up and watching the show, like really listening and not looking for something to respond to, she would have seen the point in the show, which was this is about some friends that fuck with each other that live in Detroit and that's young. Like she would have seen the whole point. And this at this point goes for everybody. Everything isn't colorist. I really feel like that. Everything is not colorist. Everything is not featureism. Everything just isn't. Like there was a Jay Versace recently got into a little blunder on Twitter about how, which is true, why are all the high fashion models look like basically they gotta be like some African Amazonian princesses? None of them look like regular round the way American or Canadian or whatever may have you black girls. They have this particular look to them that is so ancient and tribal like, and so I hope y'all don't take offense, whatever, because honestly it gets to a certain point where people just so damn sensitive. They do have it's like they gotta look African. They can't just like I'm American, you know what I mean? They can't just look like an American girl. They have to be African in order to be considered a supermodel. They have to be the deepest of tones. They have to always have their hair cut for some reason. None of them be having hair. Not since Naomi Campbell, Beverly Johnson, and things like that, or Iman. Like they nowadays, it's like they don't have a distinct look to them anymore, and that was a real thing. And you know what? People on social media did? Tore Jay Versace up. That was a great damn point. That is really true. Why do all the models look why they look African as hell? Why? What is that? And everyone, if you have like, your eye on the pulse in terms of the pop culture, you would know that the fashion industry is very racial and racist. It is. It just is. And so that was a poignant question he asked. That was a correct question. Why are there no Megan Good fashion models that look like Megan Good? Why? I want to know why. I really genuinely want to know why. Because it's just odd to me. It's just really odd. But he got tore up on social media about his point. And it's just like, black women, shut up. That was not a colorist thing. It's like, when you're taking in stuff on the internet, take it in section by section before you just hop on and react. And it's like, black women, we have to really be careful of that, because if we're always crying wolf about this and crying wolf about that, when things really matter and get nitty gritty for us, we're not going to be taken serious. So as black women, I do feel like we have to be more responsible on social media, especially with how we talk about black men. We have to be more responsible. I'm even guilty of that. I have literally tweeted and deleted certain things out of frustration if I'm frustrated with something a black man did or whatever may have you. I just feel like there's context to everything, and when our faves or celebrities or whatever may have you, or just a normal regular human being, hops on social media and tears down something that broke grounds, that's stomping with the big dogs, that did real work out in the field, to say I'm the first black and you tear it down, Ari, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. I feel like what she did was it was a weapon. Like, it was just like, girl, we have to be very careful with what we say as black women. I feel like we have to be more actionary, because our words are so powerful. I feel like we are literally the most powerful beings, right, if not next to black men or over black men. We really are. And that's why there are a lot of black men right now walking around here with some wounds, because of things that they've grown up hearing from a black woman. The things that they felt from a black woman, who I would say is unhappy within themselves. Even me, I'm sure I've said some things. I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have. But nothing too damaging, because my father always taught me, how far to go and what to say, you know. So, yeah, I'm from Miami, but I have a leash on what I would say. I keep that shit in my head, but I have a leash on what I'm going to say. I have a filter. But there are a lot of people walking around here with wounds because of something a black woman would say. There are a lot of people who are uplifted because of something a black woman would say. What I'm basically saying is, if you are one of these people that are going to hop onto your soapbox and proudly tear down a black show that broke barriers and represented nothing but the black experience and positivity, that says a lot about you and your unhappy black experience, and if you whether truly love your black experience. And if you don't, be honest about that. But don't try to say the shit that everybody else loved. Don't try to say that, oh, that's fucked up, that's wrong. To me, it was just comparing apples to oranges, especially when there is the American Eagle controversy out right now with American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney. Like, it's like, black women, be careful on social media, be careful on your platform, be careful. The comments that I received and DMs that I received, people are upset about what I said. And it's like, you shouldn't be upset about what I said, because either way, Ari Lennox got on the internet tearing down a black man. Meanwhile, there's a corporation that made a really racially obvious, offensive ad, and she's not saying shit about that. I'm defending a black man. And I feel like context has been lost in today's day and age. Context has been lost within basic conversation and basic understanding. Like, I could be saying these words plain and simple right now, and somebody's gonna purposely misinterpret what the feeling of what I'm saying and the context of where I'm coming from, and because they want to deduce whatever they want to deduce from it. And I really sat with what Ari Lennox said for a while, because I'm just like, that is coming from an unhappy place. And being in the industry that she's in, that's, like I said earlier, I do understand her perspective of that. But at the same time, girl, that stuff, by now, how long you've been in the industry, that stuff needs to be water off a duck's back. Because at the end of the day, you are beautiful, Ari Lennox. And even the women that were brigading with you, y'all are beautiful. I don't care what the world told you. But you shouldn't be looking, what I'm saying is you shouldn't be looking to a Martin show to be unhappy. There are so many other things that we should be taking a stance on versus that. Like, it's just so many other things. Like, we have to be more mindful about what we are putting out there as black women. And yes, I got a Barbie cup. A bitch just love Barbie. And what's the problem? We have other things to think about. We have other things to talk about other than a Martin show from 20-something years ago that broke barriers. Y'all get on this internet and get fake outrage because y'all ain't got shit going on and shit better to do. That's the thing. Ari, is you bored? Like, J. Cole ain't got nothing for you to do at Dreamville? What's going on? What's really going on? Because that's what it sounds like to me. You just, girl, no. Girl, no. And this where, like, I'm back to saying, love starts at home. Love starts at home. Love starts within you. Can't nobody tell me about my skin tone. I love my skin tone. I love my darkness. I love my brown. I love my elbows. I love my knees. I love my black ass crack. I love it all, okay? I love all of it, all right? Like, nothing could ever make me trade up or switch up on my skin tone. That's the thing. I will say this, because sometimes when you hop on the internet and you're hopping on with your insecurities or even just to pour out something, I can understand you want an event, but just be more mindful, black women, about what we're putting out there. We can have these honest conversations though, but be mindful of what you're doing when you're trying to create your talking point, because this wasn't it, Ari Lennox. You tearing down a black man's show that he created on his own. Girl, you too woke. You too neo soul, girl. Like, no, girl. Like, that's not the move. That's not the look. That's not none of that. But sometimes black women, we do have to just shut the fuck up and, have another point of view. And you know what? I was thinking of my next episode, I'm going to do a part 2 of just sometimes shutting the fuck up. But I'm going to do men and women. I'm not just here to get on my sisters. I love y'all, but we need to hear this sometimes. Just shut up sometimes, especially from one of us. Like, as soon as I heard her say this, I'm like, girl, this is so deep rooted, because even the people that were offended with her, I'm like, oh my gosh. People have lost context. They have lost the love for themselves when they look in the mirror. They have lost so much to be offended by a character that even the character even came out to, Sheena Arnold even came out and said, I wasn't offended by none of the jokes. She said that she's proud of her work that she did on that show. And that's the thing. We just got to take what our elders say and move forward. With that being said, I am going to Chicago next week. I'm super excited, because it's just like, I've never been to Chicago before, and I'm happy to just step on a plane. It's been a while. Well, it has been a while. It's literally been since May. I will be filming from my hotel room and doing like a quick video and a quick update, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking about doing like a little vlog so I could like track my time there, so I can do a little itinerary recommendation for you when you're out there, in case you want to visit Chicago. And yeah, so that's next week's episode. And I hope y'all really understood my points and not just to be outraged or reactive, because we're all for the betterment of our community. We have to be on one accord and one page, and whoever don't want to get in line in terms of when it comes to the nuances of like the little like nitpicky stuff of being black and just moving forward, because that's the thing. Being black also comes with a huge amount of self-esteem that you have to have in order to just be black and operate in the world. And sometimes people are not operating with that self-esteem. They're just operating on, what the world is telling them, which is, I'm black, and fuck that. We're black. and we're bold and we're amazing. And we have the most self-esteem in the world. We truly do. It's high as hell. Okay? And from the things that we go through, from the adversities that we face daily, minute by minute, just existing, stepping out the door, our our self-esteem is at its highest. And don't let fucking social media or even the entertainment industry warp you of any of that. And that goes for Ari Lennox. I don't care what your agent, what superstar you seeing doing this and that, all because they're light skinned. That doesn't negate who you are. And girl, who's ever relating to that and feeling that way about watching a show and being offended, that doesn't relate to, don't mix apples and oranges. Love and walk in yourself and who you are daily, and be happy about and proud about who you are. Your skin tone, your dialect, whatever it may be, your hair texture, you have to be proud of who you are. So you won't be looking at a comedy show that broke barriers to whether they were really for us or not, and whether they were there to really tear us down, when they've created so many opportunities for our people. So with that being said, y'all gonna see me next week in Chicago. I'm so excited. Because all I hear is great things about Chicago. It seems like everybody that go there, they love Chicago. So I'm like really, really excited. I'm going to be documenting like my experiences, because let me tell you something. I am doing all type of stuff that is catering to my solitude right now, because I'm going through it with this AC. Even just this morning, I come from it being off for 4 days. It went off for 4 days, and it got up to 92 degrees in here, and it was super hot. And just this morning, they came and fixed it, and it's back on. So I'm back happy about that. But I've been going through it in this house. I'm about to get my unit switched out and transferred very soon, but I'm about to be back outside, and I'm about to be working my ass off, with my second job and school and all that. I'm about to be doing my thing, and I'm just super excited about all of that. So, but yeah, let me tell y'all something too. Follow me on Twitter. I'm never calling it X. It's never gonna be X. Elon, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's never gonna happen. PYNK Sadiddy. That's PYNK SIDDITY. And IG PYNK Sadiddy. PYNK SIDDITY. And YouTube PYNK SIDDITY. Okay. Bitch, y'all, I be rapping sometimes. I love rapping. It's so fun. I've written so much music, but it's just recording it, that'd be the issue for me. So I'm back in my music bag. I'm about to put out this song called FAB that I wrote, and I was feeling myself when I wrote it, and I'm about to put that out soon too. But yeah, I'm glad y'all on this journey with me. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and go follow me on my social medias. And y'all have a good day. Love who you are. Even if you're not black watching this video, you shouldn't be offended, because everybody know we the shit. And if you are a black person watching this video and offended by it, you shouldn't be offended by it either, because it's the truth. Sometimes people just be outraged for no reason. Don't worry, black men, I'm going to have my chance with you too. Okay? But for right now, I got to get on my sister real quick so we can get on the court, because sometimes we just got to shut the fuck up. And that goes for every aspect in life. We do have to sometimes. Sometimes, because, want to know why? Because sometimes people are reacting out of emotion and not understanding the context. Okay? So walk away with that. Don't be a person replying or responding or reacting out of emotion and not in context. You get what I'm saying? Don't be one of them people, because you look dumb as fuck every time. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this show, and y'all have a good one, and stay tuned for next week's episode. Well, I'm going to be in my telly and outlive my life in Chicago. So, have a good one, y'all.